Guys, I'm going to wait for at least one of you guys to pop on here. I have my coffee ready. Let me go get my specs. God, my. Let me just get my coffee going. Good morning, Jamar. How are you? It is an awesome day today here. Hey, Brian. Good morning. You guys, it's a beautiful day right now. So, I'm just videoing from the terrace. I wanted to say to you guys, oh, hey, Trey, good morning. Hey, JJ, good morning. Lorenza, good morning. Kisses back to you, Brian. And guys, oh, here we go, another one. Vema, hey, good morning. El Dollar, good morning. The dollar. So guys, it's a wonderful Sunday morning, and there is something today that is going to be going on, and it is Tailor Made Dreams Movement. Oh my gosh, over a month ago, Russell, the owner from Tailor Made Dreams channel, he put something together for all you guys. And I know some of you guys may not know, so I thought I would just do a quick video about it today and a live to air about it so you guys get all the information and you can tune in. Okay, so it all goes down at 6 o'clock. That's when it starts. I will be on at 7 o'clock. Okay, so it goes 6 to 7. You're going to have a few vloggers, a few of your favorite vloggers that you guys all know. And if you don't know, you will know, because this is not only a lineup of vloggers, it is a lineup of information that you guys will receive today that will be so handy for you when you come on your vacation, or when you come to retire, or come stay long term for a while. All right, so Tailor Made Dreams, his channel. Check out his channel, Russell. Starts at 6 o'clock. There's going to be a few vloggers on from 6 to 7. Then, like I said, I'll be on from 7 to 8 with a few other vloggers. And then from 8 to 9, there's a few other vloggers, 9 to 10, and 10 to 11. So I don't know the lineup. You guys will have to tune in each hour for the lineup. And I don't know the topic either, but I do know that we are going to be talking about most likely things that we are well versed on, what our specialties are here. Like, for instance, I know I could talk about quite a few topics. I could talk about business, I could talk about apartment rentals, I could talk about relationships, I can talk about living in the culture as opposed to living out of the culture, because I've done both, living with expats in like gated communities, and then living here where I'm at now in Los Charamicos barrio, where it's native. All right, let's pause for the cause. Oh, I thought it was going to be louder. Dun, 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 dun. So I have to say, guys, thank you so. Did I just hear that girl go out? What is she crying for? Yes, I did hear you go out. Get in this house. You better get back in this house, girlfriend. In. She got a haircut. She's all skinny. And now she thinks she can go outside. Look, that lock is on the door. I did not open that door for her. Excuse me, young lady. You know better. Whoops, sorry, guys. I think I turned the camera around on me. Noche, Ben, you know better. Gave you guys a breast view for a second. Oh, shoot. Benaki, you don't go out there. Well, she goes right into the bedroom. She knows. That girl knows she's No Chase, a year and a half now, by the way, guys. You guys remember when I got her? I think when I got her, yes, you don't go in. You don't. Ben, what did I say? Ben, sit. ¿Qué tú quieres afuera? Oh, that's what I thought. No, you don't go, okay? Okay, ven aquí. Ben. English. My girl. So yeah, with this movement, we're going to be talking about all kinds of great stuff. Like we're going to be talking about, you know, like I said, probably our specialties, what we're really good at. And you guys will be able to weigh in and ask your questions. We're going to be talking about everything under the sun, the moon, and the stars, because there's going to be a lineup. So far, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's more than 10 vloggers that are going to be on the platform, and we're all going to be talking. And again, think about your questions right now, and you guys think about, you know, I'm pretty sure Russ must have done a video to let you guys know everything anyway, and let you guys know when to tune in and everything. But if you guys don't know Russ, I'm pretty sure you do, but if you don't, check out Taylor Made Dreams channel right now, because the lineup might already be on his channel. And what else? Let me think here. Well, I'm really looking forward to talking about moving here as a single woman, what it's like to live here as a single woman, what it's like to live here, like to work here, make business here. How did I get started in business here? I'm looking forward to really discussing some topics that a lot of you guys asked me about, and everything like that, you know. Also, oh, let me look at some of the comments here first. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Jesse. Top of the morning back to you, Gaines Nation. Oh, Mark, I hear ya. A lot of people can't wait to be here. Lorenza, the only dog that understands English and Spanish. For real, right? Oh, she's a comical one. And look, she's doing it again. I'm very surprised because she's such a good listener. She's such a good girl. What is she looking at? Her attention is somewhere. What is she looking at? You know, I know what's up. I know what's up. She got her hair cut and she's feeling herself. There we go. She's feeling herself. Look at her skinny little legs. Sit, mi amor. Sit. Look at her skinny little legs. Sit. Sit for un momento, por favor. Sit. Okay, sit. I want to give everyone your view. So I'll scratch you for a second. Sit, would you? Sit. Watch. Oh, my beautiful little queen. But yes, she wants to show everyone her new haircut. I'm convinced that's what it is. As when I got her, well, it's still quarantine, but the beauty shops are open for the dogs. And she came out of quarantine like, whoa, my gosh, like she doesn't want, oh my gosh, her hair was everywhere. It was everywhere. It was all over the floors. I was cleaning up hair every day, and she's not even a dog that sheds. It's just that she had a lot of curly curls that were getting tangled up, and then they were just, she was biting them off. And I got to keep it real with you too. I wasn't doing my best to comb her out every single day. And I know with curls myself, my curls have to be combed out every single day. Otherwise, within 2 days, they're dreads, right? So, yeah, it was, and then during quarantine, she actually got ticks on her butt. Now the ticks here are a little different for dogs, just to let you know if you're coming with your dogs. The ticks here don't fall off and bite us. They don't jump from dog to human and bite us. They just don't. But they do bite the dogs, and and they bother the dogs and they get under the dog's skin, and they just scratch, scratch, scratch over and over. So I had to get, I had to go to Dr. Bob's veterinarian, and I bought her a little pill there for her to take. It costs 1,000 pesos. It depends on the size of your dog. Noche's a medium-sized dog. So, oh my gosh. Sorry about the notifications, guys. Um, so, Noche is a medium-sized dog, so I got her the medium-sized pill, and it was 1,000 pesos. So it's 20 bucks. And it worked 2 days later. It kind of made her really hyper, actually. But 2 days later, she wasn't biting her butt. She's always scratched. It's just a thing that she does. She's always scratching. I think she has dry skin. But yeah, and then she started to bite her butt, bite her butt, bite her butt, and then before I knew it, it was just so dreadlocked that there was no combing it out. And so yeah, so now she's feeling herself and she just wants to get outside. Look at, there is a little bird on that fence in front of me, and I think it is a hummingbird. Let me see if I can get to it. See it? See it fluttering around? It's so tiny. It's like right there. It's so tiny. Oh, I thought it was a butterfly at first. It's like the size of a dragonfly. Okay, yeah, so guys, the movement is gonna go on. I know we're gonna be talking about everything. We're gonna be talking about what it's like to be in the Dominican Republic as a woman, man, of color, everything. Okay, let me see some of your questions here. Good morning, Altagracia. And let's see. I'm looking forward to hearing your piece, Cerise. Oh, thank you, Vema. Am I pronouncing your name right? Vema? I will admit, guys, I've been getting confused over pronunciation of names and words now. Back when I spoke only English, I would pronounce everything in English. There was no other option because I didn't know any other language. Now, when I look at words that I know aren't English or have a different accent, I will try to pronounce them a little differently. Like my own name. My own name is not English, right? But I've always pronounced it as Cerise. And that's not how my name is pronounced. It's a French name, and I don't speak French, so I don't know how to pronounce my own name. So I say Cerise. Now I say Cereza in Spanish. So sorry if I pronounce some of your names wrong, guys. Um, yes, and my input as a single female here. I love it. I didn't come for the men, but there's some fine, fine brothers here. And I see them uh, oh my gosh, just as much as you men see these fly, fine women, I'm the same way. There's some good looking brothers down here. And ladies, all my ladies, if you guys are looking for men that will, really take care of you with that Latin affection, it is real. Like it is real. They will take care of you if they respect you and you respect them. I mean, I've had, with my experience, my limited experience here with Dominican men, I've had two experiences. Um, Both of the men were like willing to wash my panties with their hands, type of thing, you know, and clean my floors and wash my dishes and like do their part, type of thing, and more. So yeah, I really like the Latin affection, and I like the Latin culture, His, Hispanic culture, and yeah. So Verna, oh Verna, I see Verna. I'm so sorry, Verna. That's easy enough. Maybe I should put my glasses on. Better. Sorry, love. Yes, I think you would love it here. If you're a single woman and you're coming down here to retire one day or to work online, and if you're interested in, meeting not only a Dominican, maybe a Haitian, maybe an American, maybe a German, maybe anyone, this is multicultural here. 100%. It reminds me so much of Toronto in that aspect. Um, Randor. Hey, Randor, how you doing? It is so tiny. Is un picaflor or sambara. Oh, the name of it is picaflor. Oh, hey, how you doing, honey? There he is. Hola. Para mi canal de YouTube. Pasa buen día, honey. Gracias, mi amor. Aw, that's my ex's. Um, some of you guys know my ex. I'm trying to get this zoomed back out. There we go. Some of you guys know my ex from a while ago. Um, he has a sister-in-law that lives here in Los Charamicos. And the sister-in-law has one, two, three, four children, I think. And that's one of her children. And he is just so sweet. He's always working. He's always chilling out on the streets. There's Mr. T. A lot of you guys might know Mr. T. Not the vlogger, but hola, Mr. T. ¿Cómo estás hoy? Okay. ¿Todo bien, Can? Okay. Okay. ¿Tú necesitas algo? ¿Tú necesitas algo? Yo en cafetería posible 3 horas. En Elsa. Yo aquí. Okay. Okay, mi amor. Bye-bye. So a lot of you guys might know him from the beach. He's walking very slow. If you guys see him on the beach, please look out for him. He's usually the guy that does the magic tricks. He's the original Mr. T here. And he usually wears his jewelry and he usually walks very fast in the street. But right now he's not. And I gave him 500 pesos the other day, and I don't say, oh, I gave him, because I don't like to tell people what I do for people. But his medication was 500 pesos. That's $10. And that medication was for him because you know what happened during quarantine? Something happened and he started to, when he went pee, his pee went inside instead of outside. So they had to go in and operate on him, and now he's peeing in a bag. Okay, and he's very open about it. As you can see, he just lifted up his top to show me that he's still peeing in the bag, and he's very open about it because he knows I care, and he knows that if I'm videoing, it's for YouTube, and he knows that a lot of you guys know him. So hopefully when you guys do come, you hit him up. He's always on Playa Sosua. And I know a lot of you guys watching this right now might even know him. So, you know, let me start reading these messages here. I'm in Puerto Plata. Where are you? Donald, I am in Puerto Plata as well, but I'm in Los Charamicos. Hold on. Sorry, I heard noche. Los Charamicos. And Los Charamicos is just on the other side of the beach from El Bate in Sosua. Hi, Cerise. I'm hoping to see you and Noche as soon as this quarantine is over. Oh, Nancy. What's up, girl? Tell Jayla I said hi. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing you too, sweetheart. I think you retired at the right... Excuse me. I think you retired at the right moment. Those hospitals in New York were getting pretty busy. There goes Alex on the bike. So guys, yep. Any questions that you guys have about anything today, 6 o'clock, it starts to go down. Again, I'm going to be on at 7 o'clock. And this was done. Russell created this movement for you guys because there's so many questions you have. And there's so many answers that any of us can give you from different points of view. You see, my point of view may be different than someone else's point of view. And it's always like that, you know, even with story times, when I do story times and I send story times out to you guys, a lot of the times, you guys will have differing opinions, and I think that's important. But, so yeah, we got some Terrace talk going on right now. Remember to tune in, and I'm going to be putting out some videos more about areas and apartments. Holy smoly macaroni, do I ever have a lot of landlords contacting me right now. You know, one thing I can say my business has grown to a point of respect, and I really honor that, because I had yesterday a landlord contact me, and he's German, and he said, Cerise, I heard that you're a mover and a shaker, and you get things done. You were even putting people in apartments during quarantine, and there weren't even any airplanes coming into the country. And he's like, I need you to come film my place. And I was like, sure, no problem. And I said, maybe tomorrow or the next day, I'm really busy. I'll let you know. Monday's looking more favorable. And so he's like, all right. In the meantime, I had gotten a message from someone in Texas, and they told me that they needed an apartment, $250, 300 US dollars a month. And they wanted it full time, like long term, because they want to have it when they go back and forth from Texas to Sosua. They're not fully retired yet, but they want it one place that they can keep and call their own. And not to rent it out. Like a lot of you guys will work with me, and you guys will say to me, okay, Cerise, I want a cheap place, 300 bucks a month, but I want to keep it even after I leave, because I want to rent it out to someone else for 450 a month. That's none of my business what you want to do with it once you get it into your hands. A lot of you do want to make it like a business on the side, where you are, making an extra 100 bucks a month renting it out Airbnb, or you guys choose to rent it out daily on Airbnb, and that's fine too, as long as you guys run it by the landlord first and everything. I don't mind, and the landlord doesn't mind, and it's a win-win-win-win situation for all of us involved, really. So and I mean, for the tenant, because obviously if you like the place and you're renting it out long term, you're going to be renting out a good place to someone who can get it. And especially if you don't hike the price up too much, because then you're not going to get the business you're looking for. You won't be in a competitive uh, price range. And also you want to make sure that you price it according to where you are, stuff like that. So that's when the guy contacted me yesterday, and he's like, you're a shaker and a mover, blah blah blah. And then right away, before I even met him, I just forwarded him the voice note that I got from the guy in Texas. And I said, this guy's looking for something, can you send me some photos? And he's like, wow, I didn't even meet you yet and sit down with you yet, and you're already sending me business. And I'm like, well, yeah, I really don't need to sit down and meet with the guy. I just need photos of his area, and I need to see his apartment, go in there and take a video, and that's it. And then later I get to know the landlords through our conversations, and through their personality. And it's such a small town here. A lot of people talk, and a lot of people know a lot of people. So, I don't work with landlords that have bad reputations, although I will give them a chance. And I will say to them, listen, I haven't heard the best news about you, but I don't just go by someone else's opinion. Let me use your services. Let me work with you and see what we can come up with. And if there's any issues at all, I won't use your place again. But if we can clarify that, it's just a rumor about you, then let's do that. And I've done that a couple of times with a couple of landlords, and I found them to be totally, totally awesome. It's just that, they were got mixed up with the wrong person, who maybe was expecting way too much. We have to remember it's a developing country, and there's only so much that can be given. But yeah, like, let me take a moment and look at some of the comments here, guys. Good morning, Jose. Cerise, how come you don't post your Cash App or Zelly? Your info is valuable. Oh, I don't have Cash App, and I don't know what Zelly is, or Zill. I don't know what those are. I'm Canadian, and you need an American bank account to get Cash App. I have PayPal. I know it's ancient, but I have PayPal, and a lot of people will just kind of go on PayPal and look up my name, or they will contact me for the link. Um, I'm, I, I, I really, I'm really mixed on Like, my channel is monetized, okay, and YouTube does pay me for my videos every month. YouTube pays the rent. Not enough for one person to survive on, but YouTube pays the rent. And I love to give out the videos to you guys, and I just love that you guys love my content, and it's so humbling. And then there are times where you guys will put in requests. Like, some people will put in requests and they'll be like, Cerise, next time you're in Puerto Plata, I want you to do this, that, and that. Like, maybe visit the rum factory, which someone sent me some money to go visit the rum factory, but it's on lockdown right now. But it is something that I'm going to do. And so that's what I find people doing. Or there'll be like one guy, he offered to send me money to go zip lining in Puerto Plata, but I'm waiting for that one. I told him, no, hold off on that. Hold off on that bad boy. those those high adrenaline things are not really my style. I'm more laid back. I'm more like, you want me to go on an excursion? Let's do a tour in a boat around Rio San Juan, something like that. But yeah, so that's what I find people do with me. Like, they'll donate, or they will not really donate. They'll contribute a certain amount of money, or if someone wants me to go visit their family, like, let's say their family, because I've been having a lot of requests about that, but with the quarantine it's just impossible. But a few people have been asking me to go visit their family. There's one person that lives in San Francisco, DeMarcos or something, and he has a little farm out there, and he wants to pay me to go out there, like, pay the gas, pay the transportation. He wants me to go and grab all the food and go and have a big sancocho party with his family, video his family and stuff like that, because his family has a lot of property out there. And apparently San Francisco de Marco or something is supposed to be really beautiful. And so he wants me to start going out there and showing the options for land out there. So those are some other things, right? But yeah, you see, with no Cash App, my hands are tied in that aspect. But again, I have PayPal. And I've been thinking about merch, like merchandise. You know, obviously masks is my most recent thought, because we have so many beautiful masks here. But at the same time, how long is that industry going to last for? People can't wait to take their masks off these days. Even myself, I notice that when I'm on the bike and I have my helmet on plus my mask, my chin gets sweaty. And I don't sweat. I'm not a person that sweats much. Um, well, in the summertime, I do here. Actually, I have been in the last year, only in the summertime, and like last year, and now that the summer's upon us, I'm sweating a little bit more again, but not a big sweater. But my gosh, that mask on my face on the bike, you would think that breeze is coming in, and it's like a melting pot of just heat. So, I've been thinking about merchandise. T-shirts are kind of worn out. Everyone and their grandmother is selling T-shirts. But, there's different things. I was thinking sunglasses, because this is a sunny country. But really, sunglasses are more of a personal thing. Like, the way they sit on your face. Not everyone wants to walk around with the same pair of sunglasses. So, I was thinking about all kinds of different things. I don't know. But I'm going to get some merch going. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I would love to get them sent to you. That was a long spiel, eh? Okay. Good morning, Sniper. Blessings to you, Jose Lopez. Mark, kite surf. Kite surf. Oh, maybe when I lose some pounds. Nancy, girl, your Spanish is so good now. You are such an inspiration to other. And oh, keep up the story time. They are. Thank you. Remember when you were here, Nancy, and I needed you to translate for me for that landlord? Oh my gosh. Guys, Nancy Rodriguez, she's online here right now. She lives in New York. And when she was here, a year and a half ago, I guess it was, or maybe a year ago, I had such a problem. It was a year ago. such a problem at the house I was living in, no water. And the owner of the house lived in New York. And she was like expecting her sister here to bring water to me. And it was such a big problem. And then they tried to say that my ex broke the bomba, um, La Bamba, or whatever it's called. The Bumba. That's like the thing that gives pressure to the water. And it just went on and on and on. But Nancy had my back. She was speaking on my behalf to the landlord in New York, and she got things rolling. And I got a little bit of water for a few days, but it didn't last, and I had to leave that place. But without Nancy's help when she was here, it would have been very difficult for me to weather through that storm, to be honest with you. And it was a storm. And that woman, the landlord, came back and had the nerve to give me dirty looks on the street. I guess because she found out about my videos. I mean, it's not a secret. And I was in her house filming her yard and filming her house, but I wasn't saying her name, and I wasn't saying anything untrue, and I wasn't trying to be scandalous. I was just sharing my experiences and what was going on. And when the woman got back in town, she gave me the dirtiest look. Few times, but she didn't say anything to me on the street, or hail me up, or try to confront me on the street or anything, because she knew I was in the right. She knew she still owes me $400, and I didn't do anything about trying to get it back. I just let it slide, because sometimes you have to pick your battles wisely in life. And I think I picked that battle wisely. I just let that off my hands. And then that's when I went to ProCab. And it was a nightmare times 10. And I'll do that one day, probably next week. I'll talk about all the places that I've been in, from the first one ever getting here until the one that I'm in right now, where I'm really settled, and, you know, stuff like that. July 16th will be 2 years that I've been here. 2 years. So I know in the beginning I told everyone, oh, I'm going to do a 6 month video to let you know how my 6 months is. And when 6 months came, I didn't feel like I really had, I had a lot of information, but my information was already all in my videos, right? So I didn't feel like I had a lot of experience to be able to even speak. So I didn't. And a person even said to me on my videos, Cerise, you said you're going to do a 6 month review and you didn't do it. And I was just like, sorry, I'll do it in 9 months, like my 9th month review. When 9 months came, it was pretty much the same. All the information that I shared was all the experience that I had. So I didn't really have anything else to share. And I also felt like I was not a professional enough. I wasn't living here long enough. I guess I was just humbled. And so the year came, and when the year came, I was just going through so many changes myself, that I decided just that, I needed to focus on life, and instead of focusing on a 1 year video. And I don't know why I didn't make the 1 year video. And then a month passed, and it was just past the 1 year mark. So then I thought, you know what, I'll just do it someday. But now, with 2 years coming up, guys, July 16th, 2 years, I feel good. I feel that I can talk about a lot of things. I feel that I can talk about the people, the food, the culture, the families, the areas in regards to where I've lived, landlords, businesses, beaches. Um, did I say relationships? Quite a lot of stuff I have in this head of mine that now I can share. And I would like to do it with someone asking me questions, right? So if you guys want, you can send in me questions in WhatsApp. You guys can send me questions through email, and we will answer those questions. I don't think I'm going to do a live to air. Maybe I will. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think a live to air actually might be logical, because then you guys can ask me questions on live to air. But ideally, I would like to just like say it how it is, like how I always do. But just share everything. I'm gonna be silent about relationships and stuff like that because I don't want to be talking about all that. That's really neither here nor there. My personal relationships, but um, if you guys have questions about relationships, definitely ask. What else? Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling good these days. One thing that has been annoying me in quarantine is I really focused on losing my weight, and it just didn't happen because I wasn't walking anywhere and my activity slowed down, and I was straight up drinking more beer and wine and just chilling in the house. And the furthest I was going was across the street to the cafeteria and then for food and beer. So yeah, that's one thing. But I'm gonna start a weight loss series. I really am, because I know a lot of you guys out there want to lose weight as well. And I want to share. I really want to get serious, and I want to share my weight loss journey with you guys, like to the point where I'm thinking I might even do a workout online, like just exercise and do a workout. And then that way I have it documented from fat to fit. And I think that's what I'm going to call it, because I already do like fat to fit photos on Instagram and stuff like that. It's just something that I coined. But I mean, from fat to fit, I just need to get fit. I'm 48 years old, and I definitely don't feel it at all. And I want to feel that way for the rest of my life. And I also don't want to worry about health. You know what I'm talking about. You don't want to be anywhere in the world and worry about health. Good morning, Rob. Buenos dias, LJ. Aw, hey, LJ. How you doing, Lenny, baby? Lenny, when are you coming back, sweetie? And Rob 100. And Billy, hi. Nancy, San Francisco de Macores. De Macores? Come to visit the zone. I know, Randor, you've been inviting me to the colonial, to Zona Colonial para 2 años, un año más. I'm gonna make it there. I swear. And the first person I'm gonna share time with is you, Randor. I swear. I promise you. And I'll get an Airbnb, and you and you can come and share your time in the Airbnb. I'll make sure I bring a few people with me. We'll have a good time when quarantine is terminado. Oh my gosh. I can't. The thing that I say the most here in the last 3 months is cuando cuarentena is terminado. That's. I'm not the only one. All of us, myself and all my friends, when quarantine is over, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And there's so many things that we wanted to always do before that we see was important to do, and we never made the time for it. But we're gonna be doing it now. So Randor, I will be getting to the colonial zone to visit with you. I promise you. Bomba. Thank you, Alta Gracia. Bomba. Alta Gracia. I had a favorite cow that was named that here. I heard it's a beautiful spiritual name. How much is the average rental for a house with a pool? Lorenza, that's a very good question. So it depends on where you are. Now, here in Los Charamicos, it's highly unlikely that you will get a house with a pool. It's not impossible, but I just don't know of any houses with pools here. Now, in Albate, in Sosua as well, just over the water right here, you can get a pool with a house. I mean, a house with a pool. And you would be looking anywhere, like with a private pool, anywhere from 800 to about 1200 a month. With a private pool, 3, 4 bedrooms, 2 floors or 1 floor, fully furnished. And so, yeah. But if you're looking, I mean, you could even find something nowadays. People are going down in prices, a lot of landlords, and you could get something that is like a shared place where it's four, like one house, and it has like one apartment downstairs with one room, one apartment with one room, and then upstairs there's two apartments. So it's like a split level home. And my gosh, and it has one pool for those four apartments. You could get something for 350 a month, which really wouldn't be a bad deal at all, fully furnished, and you get Wi-Fi included and everything. The only thing you have to pay extra is your electricity. In most places where the price is economical, like economically priced for your good budget, you will have to pay electricity extra. There are some places where the electricity is included, but I find that the landlords that I work with, when the electricity is included, they charge an extra $50 to $75 a month on the rent. So some of my landlords will give me the option, and they'll say, tell your tenant that if they want the electricity included, it's 50 to 75 bucks more a month. Now, that's not gouging. I'll give you an example of why. My rent here is 7,000 a month. Okay, 7,000 pesos a month, which is like 140 bucks American. Okay. So my electricity here every month is about 500 pesos. That's 10 bucks. Last month it was 600 pesos, 12 bucks. And the reason why it was 600 pesos was because the bomba here, the water wasn't, there was something wrong with bomba outside around the corner, and it was taking up more water. So that water has to do with electricity, the more water you use. So that was that. But it was 12 bucks. They fixed the bomba now, and that's it. Quite frequently, when the electricity goes up, and if it's in a privately owned place, then it has something to do with the bomba. And I know, because even over here next door, you can always hear it. It makes a different kind of airy sound when it goes on and off. Okay, so yeah, like electricity is one of the main things you would have to pay for here. And the reason why they charge an extra 50 to $75 a month is because they have air conditioning in those places. Now, air conditioning, you may think, okay, well, $12 is really cheap a month here. How come someone else will be paying 50 bucks? The air conditioning kills it. Some people will go out with the air conditioning on, and they'll go to the beach for the day, chill out, and they leave the air conditioner on. Why? Because when they get back to their room, their home, their villa, condo, no matter what it is, they want that air conditioner on. They want to get in that place, and they want it nice and cool, because it does get hot outside, right? So, and I get that. I've done that in hotel rooms when I was visiting Cuba. You keep the air conditioner on. Then when you get back from the pool or the beach, you walk into a wave of cold air, and it's just an amazing feeling. There's Vicente, and it's an amazing feeling. I get that. But if you're paying your own electricity, then you want to be careful of that. It's not the wisest thing to do. And so again, if you want to be free to do that, then it might be your best option to just pay the 50 extra dollars on the rent, or the 75 extra dollars on the rent. And so I find in those situations is only when the air conditioner is available. But most of the places that I do rent out for people are air conditioned. And another thing that a lot of people will ask me when they use my services is, are they allowed to bring guests over? And yes, I do not work with landlords that are stuck up. And the landlords I work with are just cool as dirt, and they are just down to earth, and they're just like, they're renting out their place to you like it's your place. And as long as you take care of their place like it's your own, make sure you clean it, make sure you take care of the furniture and everything. They're putting their business in your hands, so to speak. They have nothing to do with it. If there's no problems, and the girls or the guys that you're bringing over to your house are not problematic, and there's no issues, and there's nothing illegal, then you're good. Like, they're not even up in your business. The landlords that I deal with don't even live on the premises. They just rent out their place and you got it. And that's it. Like, they're not all up in your business. You don't have to worry about that. And if the landlord does live on the premises because you want the landlord to live on the premises for safety reasons, maybe you're a little scared or whatever, then you just let me know and that's fine. And I'll make sure that I do that. Like, I get you the place that you're looking for. But remember, guys, when you're looking for a place, you really got to tell me what your personality is like. A lot of you guys will just off the hop, hi Cerise, I'm looking for an apartment in Sosua. And that's great, but you know what, I need a little bit more to work with. I need to know who you are, what your likes are, what your dislikes are. Like, I really like to get personal with the people that I find places for, because the worst thing is for you to come here long term and be in a place that just doesn't suit your personality. You know, there's different areas. Like, for instance, you might like to walk every day to the beach, and therefore, getting a place on the beach may not be suitable for your needs. You might be a person that doesn't like to walk at all and you like to take motoconcho everywhere, and you don't mind taking motoconcho everywhere, but you do like it where it's a little quieter. So you might like Playa Chiquita. And there's different price ranges. One person had asked me about a price range, and there's different price ranges. It really depends on the house. Like, you could get a beautiful house like across the street right there, and then next door to it, you could get a house like this. Sorry, neighbor. um, right? But there's the difference. Like, it could be like the house could be right beside it. So it's not always an area that's more expensive than the other. It's based upon the house and the landlord too. Like, 3 days ago, I was in Cabarete, and I saw a house in Cabarete that's second floor on the beach, second floor overlooking the beach, and it's $400 a month for a one bedroom. Living room's a little small, but I said to the guy, $400, and it was in Spanish. I'm really proud of myself too, because now I can negotiate in Spanish and joke in Spanish. I can make jokes in Spanish now because I like to make jokes a lot. I love to laugh, and so to be able to make jokes in another language and like have a really good time with people, I think is a great thing. Okay, anyway, so I said to the guy, I said, $400 here in Cabarete, away from everything. It's not convenient. No, it's a beautiful place. It's just renovated. You have a top floor, like not a gazebo, but a top floor where you can barbecue and everything. And I tried to talk him down, and he heard me out loud and clear. I told him 300 or nothing. Like, this is not a good price, type of thing. But he's like, okay, I'm going to talk to the landlord for you. And I know they'll bump it up to, I know they'll probably bump it down to about 375. And, to be honest with you, it is worth 500, in regards to just how newly renovated it is, how beautiful it is. And like, I could see someone spending even 800 a month for it because it's right on the beach. Pretty much, it's across the street from the beach, Cabarete. So, and it's really nice, but it's only a one bedroom. And um and so yeah, I said to the guy, I said, that this is not conveniently located. There's one colmado. Someone needs a car for this area. So I hustled with him a little bit, and yeah, I was able to get it down a little bit. So, like, in his mind, like, I was able to get it down a little bit. He's like, yes, I agree with you. I'm going to talk to the landlord. So it's going to go down. But that's just an example of another place for you guys who want Cabarete. Oh, this is a really good place for the price. And it's monthly. So, let me see here. Good morning, El Monte. Good morning. El Monte. Oh, El Monte has been on my journey from the beginning. Oh my gosh. Um, Everyone got weight with this quarantena. See, alta gracia. Oh, yes. I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one struggling with this extra weight. My clothes aren't fitting me as much. Like, how 5 pounds makes a difference? Like, oh, I'm wearing all spandex now. Oh my gosh. And yes, Nancy, 2 years already. Time does go by quickly, eh? September. Okay, Lenny. Looking forward to seeing you, sweetie. 100 for rent. Yes. TNBN, I pay 140 for rent here, but still close to 100. Shout out to you and others who are not Dominican yet. Most of all your info you put. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Third, let me see. Third mundo, third world. Thank you very much. Yes, we're not Dominican, but I love putting out the information for people that come here, and I really do love chilling with Dominicans. Like tomorrow, um, my tattoo artist is coming here from Sabaneta, and he's going to give my friend a tattoo for her first time. Yeah, landlords around can be nosy. Yes, they can. Oh, Alamonte knows third world mundo. Que lo que? Que lo que means what's up? And DPG, you're a great person for the connection. And oh, thank you. All good morning and all great to you and everyone tuned in. Thank you. Oh, Mundo is popular here. I'm just looking at the comments here, guys. Good morning, Jay. Oh, Mark, great. You want a tattoo, do you, Mark? Well, this guy is awesome. This guy actually taught the guy on the beach. I initially did a promotion of the guy on the beach, and he started to get a lot of business, and he was really thankful for it. And then one day he said to me, come on down, I'm going to give you a big tattoo on your arm, and I'm going to make it worth your dollar. And I was like, okay. At the time, I didn't have any tattoos on this arm at all. And I said to him, I said, okay, I'll come. And then he gave me a tattoo right here. If you guys can see the tree right there, not the flower, but behind the flower, there's like a tree. It looks like a pine tree. I said to him, I want a pine tree to remind me of Canada. And he's like, okay, okay. And I said, and I want 3 birds. But the birds didn't look like birds. There's one bird right there. And there's a bird there. And a bird there. And the birds didn't look like birds. And the tree just looked like it was dead. So I said to him, okay, how much? And he said 3,000 pesos, $60. And the tattoo was horrible. It looked like someone did it from their jail cell. And I said to him, all right, I paid it, and I didn't put the video up. I thought, he just gringoed me after, free promotion that I gave him and everything. And he slapped a tattoo on me that was no good. And I said, okay, you know what? I'll just do more to the tattoo. I'll get more things done around it. But the more I looked at it, the more I realized there was not much I could do with it. So I said to him, is there any way you could do a cover? And he didn't get back to me. And I left him another message on WhatsApp. And I'm like, hey, dude, like, come on, you got to get back to me. Like, I have a tattoo on my arm I'm not cool with, but I would like a cover. Is there any way you can cover? And he didn't get back to me. I heard about this other tattoo artist in Sabaneta. So I went to go see him, and he gave me the cover. And as he was covering it, he said, who gave you that tattoo? And I said, oh, some guy down by Playa Sosua. And he's like, oh, is his name so-and-so? And I said, yeah. And he's like, I'm the one that taught him how to do tattoos. He doesn't know how to do covers. That's probably why he didn't get back to you. And I'm pretty sure he knows how to do covers now, because this is a while ago. And I know that I know someone else went to him for a cover. So I know he probably knows how to do covers now. But in any case, that was the information I received. And he did the cover. The guy, my tattoo artist, did this for 4,000 pesos with color, and he did this one as well for 4,000 pesos. And this one he did for 5,000 pesos. I'm not supposed to be saying that. Tomorrow, I said to him that the person that wants the tattoo, cannot go to Sabaneta. Is there any way he can come here to us? And he said yes. So I'm happy for that. you know. That's one of the things I do love here about the Dominican Republic. There are ways of getting around things. Like if I need something, I make one phone call, and it's like underground language. And when I first got here, I didn't have that network of connections. And when I first got here, I felt like I was above ground, and there was like information below that I could not tap into, either because I didn't know enough people, or either because I didn't know the language, or just because I didn't know the culture, or whatever it was. And I think that's equal, igual, same in every country around the world. But I actually now I have a really good network system, and if I just need anything, I make one phone call to like, or I just put out a WhatsApp blast to all my Dominican friends, and within minutes, I'm getting information back about what can be done and where it can be done, and usually for how much and how long it will take. Like, it's just amazing the information network going on here, and how it reminds me of how Toronto was way back in the day. You know, it's just such a strong connection to culture and family and friends and like everything. Um, Everything. Like, for instance, when the truck used to go by in the street with food, I didn't know the different trucks. Like, there's vegetable trucks, there's fruit and vegetable trucks, there's fruit trucks, there's chicken trucks where they actually sell the whole chicken right to you on the street. There's cheese bikes, like cheese motos. A guy goes around with a moto and he sells cheese. And you know, there's so many things. You know, I don't even need to leave my front door if I don't want to, and I can get everything sent right here. You know. Oh, as well, guys, with my moto maid service, I love my moto maid service. I'm just going off the rails here talking about everything. But Motomate, a lot of you guys, for instance, will get here. When you get here, you may be like, for instance, in Playa Laguna. And in Playa Laguna, there are no colmados. There's no rest. Well, there's one restaurant, but there's not a lot of action in the evening, and you may not be able to get a motoconcho easily. So you just give me a shout, and I will get to you everything that you need, whether it's some rum, some smokes, or like if you need cigarettes, cigars, or like food, pharmacy, anything of that nature. And I'll get it delivered to you if you need a pickup, if you need someone to pick you up or drop you off, or if you need someone picked up and dropped off to your place, or someone picked up from your place. Like, the services are endless that I provide when it comes to Moto Maid, especially not just Moto. There's maid service. A lot of you guys have Airbnbs here, and you're looking for a really good service. Well, I have friends that are maids, and I hire them, so it's a win-win situation. It's always a win-win situation. I tend to work more with natives here. It's just my culture now too, right? And I tend to work with a lot of natives. I don't hire any gringos. Sorry, I don't hire any foreigners. I keep the money and business circulated within the community itself. I don't outsource any jobs to foreigners, unless it has something to do with a specialty and I'm not able to find someone here. And then I'll reach out to my foreigner network, and then I'll say, okay, what do you got? And how much is your price and stuff like that. But I do find that foreigners are a lot more expensive for their services, and also for their properties. I find that's not always, it's not always, but foreigners who just get here, I find that very much. One guy in ProCab, let me give you an example. I went to his apartment and I said, how much is this every month? And he's like, 900 a month. And I was like, 900? And he's like, yeah, but everything's included. And I was like, wow, okay. So I did the video and just closed my mouth, because some of you guys have that budget and you don't mind paying 900 a month, right? But I just kept my mouth closed, and I still put featured the content on my channel. I messaged him to let him know that a few people were interested, And he forgot that he told me 900. Then he got back at me because I asked, how much is it again? And he's like, okay, so the small apartment is 500 and the larger one is 7. And I was like, oh, it's not 900 any longer? And he was like, oh, yeah, yeah, but I'll lower the prices for you. And I was like, oh, no, 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 no. You made the prices higher for me because I am a gringa and you are a gringo. And you're thinking that you're going to get money, more money. And he's been here for 20 years. So I don't know how he was trying to cut it. But, then when he saw my channel and he saw how it was featured, his apartment, and he saw that I was contacting him with so much business, and I didn't hold his price against him. He went down quite a bit in dollars and hundreds. You know what I mean? And so I thought that was a little shady. And so yeah, I don't deal with him because I refuse to send my clients to a place where a guy was so shady in the beginning. And although the apartments are nice, I won't deal with them. I will not deal with them because I know if he did that to me, then he's going to do that to my clients. And I don't want you guys experiencing that in this country from another foreigner. And so, yeah, I find that foreigners are way more expensive. So I use a lot of landlords' properties that are Dominican. And I find that with Dominicans too, like they're just straight out the gate. They will give you back your deposit. Any rumors that you heard about this, that, and that are usually all around the world. But there are a lot of Dominican people here. They give back the deposit. 2 times I didn't get back a deposit. And that was, Lise, what's up, baby? Here, guys. Bien, baby. Smile. Wait, hold on. Mi amor, espérate. There she is. There's Lisa. Okay, she's coming across the street. There she is. Hi, you two. It's live to air. Live to air para mi canal de YouTube. Sí, mucha gente es aquí pronto. Avian es aquí imposible un mes. Sí. Okay, okay. Hablamos más tarde. That's Lise, and she's a young girl here. She lives very close to me here in Los Charamicos, and she's a student. She's a 23-year-old student, very mature young lady, and very smart. Like, she speaks a little bit of English, but I speak Spanish to her because obviously I need to. I need to learn Spanish and I need to speak it confidently. And I do speak it confidently. I know my Spanish is not all that. I know my Spanish is not all that, but I don't need it to be. As I'm learning. Actually, I do need it to be. I do. Don't get me wrong. But I'm learning every day, and I speak it confidently, and I think that's the key. But yes, the 2 landlords that didn't give me my money back was a German guy in ProCab, and he was just nasty. Nasty. I didn't even do the video about him, but when I do my videos about all the places that I've lived in 7 places in 2 years. I moved 8 times, as I lived in this place twice. But I kept the place for the whole year. But I'll leave that in another video. But he didn't give me my money back, and then also the other place that I told you about when the water wasn't there and everything, she didn't give me my money back. They just got kind of nasty, but I keep the peace. And that was about it. But every other place, I got my deposit back, and it was no problem. And that's exactly how it usually is, unless you give them a problem. And unless there's things that, there's something going on other than everything else. Let me look at this here. Good morning, Jay. You want it? Okay. Is he good? Yes, he's good, Mark. You have a full sleeve on your left arm. Oh, well, you would be using this guy then, because he uses color and everything. Really, really good prices. Rich and Mill. Hey guys, how are you? Always good content. People hit that like button. Oh, Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are good people. I met Rich and Mill when they were here in the Dominican Republic with their daughters, and oh my gosh, what a wonderful family they are. I have a video of them. You guys make sure you check it out. Thank you. Mark says it's a lot better. Thank you. TMI. Nice, beautiful tattoo. Thank you. Alta Gracia. I contacted you not too long ago on WhatsApp. Can't wait to be there by December. I definitely will see you in person. I know you don't remember me. I go by Grace on WhatsApp. Oh, hey Grace. Aw, I do remember you. Are you Rubia? I think you have blonde hair, right? Almonte Cerise. Now you're very popular in Sosua. Liked one of oh. Oh, yes, almost 2 years, Almonte. Thank you, sweetheart. And you are one of my favorite people, even though we've never met in person. We will one day. Oh, yes, Mark. When you get here, I'll hook you up with this guy. He's Cortez. July 7th. Oh, yes, July 7th is my dad's birthday. May my dad rest in peace. He passed on many, many years ago, but that's still a special day for me. Nice to see you. And Alta Gracia, you do have blonde hair, beauty. Yes, that's you. Oh, well, Grace, I'm looking so forward to meeting you in person as well. All you guys, I'm looking forward to meeting in person. Because it's so important for all of us to meet up. You guys, you know, watch my channel and contact me privately, and a lot of you guys have shared your stories with me, private stories with me, and a lot of information that you trust me with, and I'm not going to expose you to nobody, not even no Jay. Nobody. I would never share your pictures, never share any. Well, obviously, I'm a soul coach, and as a soul coach, confidentiality is the number main thing that is respect in my business. People know that they can trust me, and I can tell you, I have heard some stories over the years. When I worked on the radio for 8 years, the radio station was called Flow 93.5. Now it's called something else in Toronto. It was the only urban radio station, urban meaning black radio station. They call it urban instead of what they should be calling it. I don't understand why they call it urban radio. Urban means city, but it really was not an urban radio station. It was a black radio station. And they didn't name it that. And it was the only black Canadian radio station. Canadian, not just Toronto. So they should have really named it what it was. But now they got bought over by mainstream radio. And so everyone was let go of. And that was over 5 years ago. So, but when I was on the radio, I had to keep I met a lot of famous people. A lot of famous people who are still my clients now to this day. But, a lot of famous people, singers and actors, and I would never, ever say who was my client, because that's very confidential. I mean, I can tell you, there were girlfriends of some of these, like one rapper. I can't say his name, but he's American, and his music was played on the station. A lot of American music was played on the station. So there's one rapper, his girlfriend contacted me, and one of his other girls contacted me. Like, they were listening to the radio station, and they contacted me, two women. And oh my gosh, it was interesting. I couldn't say anything to him, right? And I couldn't say anything to them. That was a very uncomfortable situation. But again, confidentiality is confidentiality, and it's none of my business. Just like when you guys come here and get apartments from me, it's none of my business who you put in your apartment, and it's none of my business when you guys get moto maid services from me and you send flowers to 4 different women on Mother's Day. None of my business. Yeah, moto maid. When you guys contact me, some of y'all are comical. I don't know if it's comical or stunning. I mean, shocking. But yeah, I've had guys that contacted me and they're like, "Hi, Cerise. So I have three people I need flowers sent to for Mother's Day." And Valentine's Day was off the hook. I was busy, but some of y'all were like, "Yeah, I have two girlfriends. Please don't get the names mixed up." One guy contacted me and he's like, "Okay, I have four people that I need you to send flowers to and chocolates. And I need the same package to all the women just to make it easy for you, Cerise. Because I will go to the store and I buy the chocolates and I take a video of the chocolates and photos and of the flowers and everything for my clients to show them the process along the way, what I'm doing for them. They send the money via Caribbean Express. So I go and I pick up everything that they need, whether it's jewelry or chocolates or whatever, whatever. But this guy wanted chocolates and flowers. That was it. And he wanted 6 flowers for each woman. Okay. So I went and I got it all for him and everything. And then he said to me, "I don't want any names on any of the ladies' flowers, no names in any of the bags." And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because I don't want any chance of anything getting mixed up or confused." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, one of his ladies didn't know it was from him. My motor control driver contacted me and he's like, one of the ladies wants to know who are the flowers from." And I said, "What? She doesn't know?" And he's like, "No, I think she is maybe a chapiadora." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay, okay." I'm like, "Okay, well, let me just contact him first." No, no, I said, tell her it's from, let me just make up a name right now, Rex. All right, I said, "Tell her it's from Rex." And she's like, "Who's Rex?" And I'm like, first of all, this guy has 4 women that he sent flowers to, tell her. But I had to message him and I'm like, "What's going on, bro? She doesn't know who you are." And he's like, "Okay, yeah." He said, "But she doesn't know my real name." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, what do you want me to do?" And he said, "Don't do anything at all. Just wait. I want her to get it together. I want her to figure out who sent her the flowers." He said, "I thought she would know right away, but oh well." She didn't. So I guess she had another man too. All of that is just interesting for me. That's part and parcel. It goes along with every business. It's not an occupational hazard. It's actually occupational comical, you know? It's just goes along with the flow. And I am confidential. I do not say a word to anyone about anything. And boy, do I ever have some story times of my own and things that I've witnessed here and stuff. But because they're my own story times, there's a certain boundary that I don't want to cross. Again, I want to protect the people who are involved in the stories as well, because I don't want my friends here, who I call my family, to be like, "Cerise, why would you use my story as one of your story times?" I have a couple of friends here who want me to do their story time, but I said to them, "No, because people will know it's your story." Like, that's how confidential I like to get. So anyway, I'm just going on with all this confidential stuff. Let's see if you guys wrote anything here in the comments. Almonte, soon you'll be here. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing you for the first time. What is Cerise? What is the best restaurant in Sosua or in the surrounding area? And remember, I said the best. Oh, Lorenza. Oh, it really depends. Huh. Really depends. On what food you like. Um, Treehouse, just off the top of my head, has a really good menu and really fresh food. And they sell a lot of different variety of foods. If you want a nice presentation on the beach, good food at a great price, try Treehouse. And the food's always good quality and good service, professional. Music is always pumping out of the place too. Really great atmosphere. A lot of crowds go by, and you'll meet a lot of expats there as well. So it's also a patio with a lot of interesting people that you can connect with. So I like that place, but it's definitely there's no such thing as the best, really. I guess Margot is the best for variety. Margot's is on Alio Martinez, and it is the best for variety because you can get sushi there, you can get Indian food there, you can get your regular Americanized food like North American food, hamburgers and French fries and all that stuff. You can also get your steaks, and you can also get like different specials. So Margot has a pretty good variety on the menu. Now, there's also a really good Italian restaurant that's on Pedro Clasante, and I forget the name of it right now, but it is across the street from like Cubano Cafe, and that's a really good Italian restaurant. Let me just think here. There's, oh yeah, Bologna. I've never been to Bologna. Bologna, I think it's called. I've never been there, so I can't speak on them. But I'm trying to think right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you're looking for Mexican food, obviously Flip Flop, ask for Gregory. And I that's really that pops to my mind. I'm a person, I love all the different restaurants. NB is pretty good, NB Bistro, but if you're looking for one go-to place, I would have to say the first place that came to my mind, Treehouse, because that place is located on the beach, so you get the beach if you're into the beach. You also get a lot of variety of other expats, locals, visitors here. Um, Also, it's located to a lot of hotels, and there's a lot of souvenirs on the beach that you can get to as well, like a lot of souvenir shops. Muñeca! Muñeca! Hola, mi amor. Muy bien. ¿Y tú, honey? Es para mi canal de YouTube. That's one of my friends. Every time she cooks, she brings me food. She owns a colmado that just opened up right here beside my house. She sells cold beer and vegetables. And like you can get your cassava there and everything like that. But anyway, back to the beach. So I would say Treehouse, just because of the location is great for you to also socialize and get to know a lot of people. And I think that's important. But again, if you already have the people that you're good with, check out Margot. And great presentation as well, and good prices as well. So those would be my two go-to spots if I were you. But of course, there's Bailey's, and Bailey's has like, pizza, personal pizzas that you can get and everything. I found Bailey's breakfast when I was there a little pricey, but very well cooked and very well done. Okay, let's look at some of these questions again. Mayor Sosua in the house. Well, hello. Good meeting you the other day. Yeah. The other day I was on the street with my motor concho, just, you know, going into, actually, I was on my way to Cabarete. So there's a place that I go to in Cabarete where they serve food to go. And we're not allowed to sit there and order like drinks and stuff like that. So sorry, just said to me, do I want to stop streaming? So we can't order drinks there or anything, but it is on the beach. So what I did was I stopped in the corner store to get a bottle of wine, to drink a bottle of wine on the street. I think I'm going to make this guy my Spanish teacher. Ramon! Hola, mi amor. Es para mi canal de YouTube. I'm good. How you doing? Good. I'm letting everyone know that you're a good Spanish teacher. You are a good Spanish teacher. Tú eres maestro bueno? Tú eres maestro bueno. ¿Sí? ¿Correcto? Sí. Okay, sweetheart. Soon I'm going to get my lessons.
You always speaking Spanish. If you always speaking Spanish, you can learn Spanish.
Right.
Okay?
Yes, but I have to learn grammar now. Right? Because I learned all from the streets. He said to me one day, he's like, Cerise, you're speaking Spanish every day and you're really good at it. Hola, mi amor. Um, you're really good at it, but he said you need grammar. I'm going to learn grammar from you soon.
Mantén tu salud siempre.
Mantén tu salud siempre. I say hi to everybody.
Mantén tu salud siempre. In English, keep your health, keep always your health.
Keep always my.
Mantén tu salud siempre. Keep always your health.
Oh, okay.
In Spanish, mantén
Maintain your health.
tu salud.
Salud. Okay.
Tu salud.
Okay.
Siempre.
I will. And look who is downstairs.
Okay.
Noche. Ben
¿Cómo
aquí.
que ella?
Huh?
¿Cómo
Ella.
que ella?
See? Noche.
In English, do you know her?
Muñeca?
In Spanish,
Poco. Poco.
in Spanish, do you know her?
Sí.
¿La conoces a ella?
La conoces a ella.
It's a question.
Oh, sí.
¿La conoces a ella?
Sí, yo conoces. Mi conoces ella.
¿Eh?
Is it mi conoces or yo conoces?
Entonces, so you say, yes, I know her.
Yes.
Sí, sí, la conozco.
Sí, la conozco.
Sí,
Sí,
la conozco.
la conozco. Okay.
Conozco.
Conozco. Yo.
I know her.
Okay.
In Spanish. Sí, la conozco.
Sí, la conozco. See, I would have said, sí, yo sé ella. I need to learn more. Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Where is my dog? Noche! That girl ran out again. Look, got her hair cut and thinking she's fly and can go run out whenever she wants to, wherever she wants to. You get your butt in here, girlfriend. Right now. I saw you downstairs trying to socialize. Get in here. So yeah, guys. That I'm gonna learn from him because I've been learning on the streets. My Spanish is hood Spanish is just broken, but they are patient with me, so patient with me. Let me get back to my story about Mayor. So here I was, and I went and I bought a bottle of wine, and I was like, okay, let me go to Cabarete and have a good time. And so I was going into the store, and Mayor was standing outside, but I didn't see him. I come out of the store, and he's like, hey, are you Cerise Fairfax? And I'm like, hey, yeah. And then I looked at him and I'm like, oh, hey, I know you. Are you? And he's like, I'm Mayor. And I'm like, yeah, Mayor, I know you. Yeah, how you doing? And he's like, good. He said, I knew that was you. And he's like, and I'm like, where are you off to? Where are you going? Like, and he's like, I'm on my way to Flip Flop. Flip Flop's opening today, you know, for to order for deliver, order food to go type of thing. And I said, awesome, I'm going to come there too. And I was about to change my plan. I did change my plans. I asked my motor concho, I was like, you know, I want to go to the Flip Flop. I contacted Gregory like about 2 weeks ago and I'm like, when are you opening up, brah? Like, I would really like some bang bang shrimp. And oh, that's another thing. Verna or, no, it wasn't Verna. It was, I forget now who asked the question. Laurencia, I think. Flip Flop is really good for also other things other than Mexican food. If you like bang bang shrimp, it's kind of crispy and creamy. I love it. Bang bang shrimp there. So yeah, I went there though, and it was still like very early morning. It was around 10:30 in the morning, and I didn't feel like eating, but I just was gonna wait there for a minute. But they were still getting organized and getting the day together, and it was still a little dark in there. Well, the whole city was quiet. So I said, you know what? Let me just scoot out, and I'll meet up with Mayor another day. And Yeah, so yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened, Mayor. I ended up going to Cabarete anyway, but I did go down to Flip Flop, um, and I saw Yasmin. Let me see, Dream Warrior. Does that say Dream Warrior? What's up, Cerise? How you doing? I'm doing good. There used to be a group called Dream Warriors in Canada, in Toronto. They're from Scarborough, and they have a song called Ludi, Ludi. You guys should look up that song, King Lou. There's a song called Ludi, and it's based upon a game in Jamaica. It's a board game called Ludi, Ludi. Check it out on YouTube. It's a really good video by the Dream Warriors. Juan Carlos, you stayed at Margot and here a few times. It's very good. Sometimes the service sucks though. Oh, the service sucks sometimes. Okay. Oh, Taylor Made Dreams out of the Matrix. Oh, thank you for the contribution. Hey, honey, don't forget to remember your audience about the Marathon of the Minds on YouTube tonight. Starts at 6 p.m. Absolutely. That was the reason for this video. I opened up talking about the marathon tonight and how many questions that people may have to just ask away, because there's going to be a panel of YouTubers with just tons and tons and tons of information. Holy smoly macaroni. This has been planned now for over a month. Russell from Tailor Made Dreams has been on the ball with it. And it just came to him one day. He was like, hey, you know what I want to do? I want to give us viewers something different. I want them to have like a one-stop shop, a movement where we can just have a meeting of the minds and share all the information that we need to share, that other people can benefit from. And I'm really looking forward to that, like big time. Here's my Spanish teacher again. Well, my Spanish, look, on his cell phone. Cell phone action is the same all around the world. We lose ourselves in it. His name's Raymond, for those of you who want Spanish lessons. When you're here, I can hook you up with him. He could be quite reasonable. And when quarantine is finished, I'm going to set up some classes over in the cafeteria across the way. And you guys can all come in groups as well if you like. It's really important to learn the language. I mean, and it's really important to use it grammatically. I really don't. I speak Spanish, but I speak Castellano, like street Spanish here from the hood. And some of you know that when you listen to my Spanish. A lot of you guys like will hear me speaking Spanish, and you speak perfect Spanish, and you're like, oh my gosh, Cerise, your Spanish is atrocious. Please stop. And then some of you guys are like, yo, your Spanish is bad, but yo, keep talking, because that's the only way you're going to learn. And, you know, you're confident with it, so do your thing. And then some of you guys are like, oh my gosh, your Spanish is so good. And those of you who say that, I know you're probably on the same level as me. You don't really know a lot of it. Oh, Gustavo just messaged me here. All right. The marathon is today. That is right. Flip Flop's good also. Yes, Juan Carlos, it is good. So yes, guys, remember, Taylor Made Dreams. Get on his channel. It starts at 6 o'clock. There's going to be a panel of people from 6 to 7. Then I'm going to be on at 7 o'clock with 3 other people that I know of so far that's going to be on. All vloggers, again, with information on real estate, information on relationships, information on entertainment, food, fun, activities, like everything you can do here. I know so much now about like even the Rio, the difference between the Rio and the Playa, that's the river, and the beach, what days to go, what beaches to go to here to have a good time, or just to relax, sit back. I'm not really a high adrenaline junkie or a person that does a lot of high adrenaline types of sports or like hiking and all that stuff. So that wouldn't really be my specialty, but I'm pretty sure there's some people who might be able to direct you to all the zip lining stuff and all that stuff. It's going to be very interesting. And Tailor Made Dreams, The Matrix. How you doing, sir? What's happening, black man? Mayor Sosua, nothing much, sir. Looking forward to seeing that live. Aw, Sosua Cabarete is showing new signs of life. Cabarete is showing new signs of life, Russ. I've been going there for a few days, and like, yeah, it's pretty much opening up. 2 weeks ago it wasn't, but now I go there more than I go to El Bate. El Bate, as you know, was quiet during quarantine, but it seems like it's starting to open up now again. But Cabarete, like I saw the Chinese food restaurant open yesterday, which was pretty exciting. I was like, oh my gosh, when the Chinese food restaurant there is open, and I saw people sitting outside eating, and it wasn't para llevar solo, so it wasn't. I shouldn't say that because I don't know if they're allowed to do that. But I saw people eating out there, so I can't wait to go there and sit out on the patio with a cold Presidente and a really huge, huge egg roll. Mark, that's what you need to know. Spanish, eh? Oh, I'm telling you, it is easy. Check out Duolingo. It's a great app. I mean, for me, it was a great app when I first got here to know certain salutations and certain like baño and like just to kind of get myself around to understand drink and food and stuff like that. But there's words that I've learned here that I did not learn on Duolingo. So I found Duolingo to be good for the basics for me, but I stopped that. I wasn't disciplined enough, I guess, or I was just too busy, to keep it real, to go on an hour a day. But if you do even just 20 minutes a day on Duolingo, it's a free app. You can get it on your cell phone. And just for a few minutes a day, you can learn enough Spanish to know the basics. And then when you get here, you get a few lessons and then you use it and practice on the streets. And don't be afraid because they're used to broken Spanish here. I'm used to broken Spanish here. The other day, okay, let me give you an example. The other day, I got a message from my friend, and she said to me, I want to talk with you later on. Okay? She said, hablar. Avlar. That's how she speak with you, right? But it's hablar. It's Hablar. But the H's are not pronounced in Espanol, in Spanish. So it's pronounced hablar. But the B's and the V's are the same. Okay? It's B, like hablar, not hablar. Right? But she put a V there instead of a B there because the B's and the V's, hold on. Let's say a prayer. Let's say a prayer for those people that truck is going to. But okay, so the V and the B's sound the same, pretty much, right? So like when you say Benaki, it's actually VEN, not BEN. But a lot of people here will spell it with BEN because again, the V's and the B's are interchangeable. So my friend from the countryside contacted me and said she wants to speak with me later, and she spelled it again, AVLAR, Avlar. When my other friend was with me and he looked, I had to show him something on the text message that she sent, like direction. And so I said, where is this located? And I showed him the direction, and he happened to look at the text above, and he's like, what does that say? And I said, oh, she wants to talk to me later. And he's like, hablar. And he's Spanish. He is Spanish, and he speaks like Sosua Spanish, Castellano, but she speaks Campo Spanish, and it's completely different. So I've had the great opportunity of knowing people from the Campo that spell like people from the Campo, and it's because they have never been to school, but they write exactly how it sounds. And that helps me as well pronounce, believe it or not, even though I know the right and the correct spelling. And I wrote back to her saying, like, okay, we'll talk later, like, hablamos más tarde, right? And I write in the right spelling, and she knows that I know how to spell and write in Spanish. She knows that I am educated somewhat in writing and reading. And I say this humbly, more than her, right? It's her language, but I know how to write more than her because I had to study it. But she's writing, and she's writing just as she speaks it, and she's doing a pretty good job. So when you do get here, you will meet people that write and spell and speak differently, but you will get a hang of what you need to get a hang of. And like, for instance, there's this one guy that I talk to all the time, my motor control driver, and he stutters. But when he talks to me, he doesn't stutter. When he talks to other people, he stutters all the time, a constant stutter. And I hear the stutter. But when he talks to me, he never stutters. And it's the most amazing thing. And I think it's because with me, he's still speaking Spanish, but he's speaking slowly, and he's taking his time to speak to me. So that's quite interesting. And yeah, so if you want to learn Spanish, I think it's a really good idea. And it's so great to learn a different language. And when will the beaches be open? Oh, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I really wish I knew. I'm pretty sure they should be open first, the beaches, because, I mean, they're pretty safe. But I'm thinking it's the last phase, probably August. And he needs an English teacher. Noche has gotten big. She has gotten big. Tailor made dreams out of the matrix. Yes, sir. Slowly it's picking up, coming from different parts. Sí, hola. Conozco. Conocos. Conocos. Conoco. Ah, that's how you say it. Gracias. Conozco. Oh, conozco. Yo conozco. I know. Ah. The wings at Flip Flop are good. Um, Again, I like the bang bang style, crispy and creamy. The General, I replied to your message on IG yesterday. Rod Lewis, hola. Good morning, Pete. ¿Qué lo que Cerise? Ah, a baño. Hola, ¿qué lo que? Yo muy bien, ¿y tú? Good morning, everyone. Looks like my battery is going out, guys. Oh my gosh, I want to get to some of these messages here. Hold on. My battery is going to give out right now. Sorry, guys. Oh, I see. Oh. Sorry, I just put this right down on my skirt. Trying to figure out something here. Let me see. I'm trying to get some more light on my camera, but it just keeps asking me if I want to cancel streaming, and I don't. Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining me today. And thank you everyone for all of your questions. And trying to see a name here, but it's too dark. Someone just sent me a donation, and you said, I'm trying to learn Spanish myself. The different sounds are hard to, yes, the different sounds. But once you start hearing the sounds and you start, like, you're here and you start hearing the sounds, you'll get used to it. It really does get a lot easier. Sometimes you have to listen to every second word. That's what I do now when I talk to people. In Espanol, I will listen to every second word, just so I can get the gist of what they're saying. Because before I tried to listen to every single word, and then I just missed the meaning in the sentence. Now I just listen to the words that I do know, and then I ask them, "Is this what you said?" And they always say yes. And if they didn't, they'll be like, "No, no, no, no," and they'll repeat it slower for me. So, yeah, that's always good. It's not hard once you apply yourself. And guys, and also thank you so much for the donation there. You let me know if you need help with Spanish when you get here. Alrighty, guys, I'm so sorry. My battery is going to give out. And I just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I love you. Big blesses. Keep your head up. Have a wonderful Sunday. Make sure you tune in to Tailor Made Dreams today. It starts going down at 6 o'clock. And every hour, you will have a lineup of vloggers with answers to a lot of your questions. Alrighty, guys, take care. Thank you for joining me.